Howdy, howdy, fellow trainers, and welcome back to another entry into the Pokemon Bliss Oblivion Project as we are visiting the Halzari Fakemon region. We have new Pokemon for you to meet, and I know you want to see them, so let's get on to it. In a previous episode, you got to meet Acornior, a grass and fighting type Pokemon. Episode 8 specifically. It's commonly located in the forest near Fracas Lock. If you're ever worried or wondering where are these locations that we may be discussing, the first episode of the Bliss Oblivion Project, since the relaunch, we went over the entire map of the Halzari region. So this is pretty much middle of the region towards the eastern side of the location that we're talking about. But Acornior, very much a personally inspired Pokemon. I just remember constantly going into the woods as a kid and picking up a stick and just imagining I was something more than, just a young boy with a fantasy. And enjoying the ideas of being a hero and what does that mean. That was the whole inspiration of Acornior. Now, we're going to evolve Acornior in this episode into a Pokemon that I like to call Wooranger. And you can see its development right here now. When I was developing Wooranger, I thought it was very important to continue the trends of Pokemon evolution, where that middle evolution tends to be awkward teen. Here, I've really looked at Wooranger almost like that middle school boy, in which there's still a lot of common traits between Acornior to Wooranger. Similar facial structure, although it's elongated a hair. Rather skinny nods to it. The plant-like clothing, the leaf scarf. It's grown, it's gotten bigger, but it hasn't changed much because as we transition, we're always thinking we're so much different than we used to be. And boys typically, at least in my experience, as one and then working with a ton of young people, you think you're a lot further away than you actually are. Which is why it develops into the two-sworded look of Acornior and has a lot of similar traits. But we're starting to see those little pieces of rebellion that you'd get in those middle school ages. And I thought that'd be a really fun way to capture what I was trying to do with Wooranger and the decides. Now, as this continues and we're seeing more lighting effects, I was always trying to go for similarity to Acornior. When we take it to the slide and we move from Acornior, we go to Wooranger. Previously, as I said, Acornior, still common location is the forest near Fracas Lock, and it keeps its typing of grass and fighting. But you can see it's gone from that one stick holding up it as the ideal to the two-sworded look of two slightly beefier sticks, not much, but a little bit, to try to do some damage as it's believing it's going to be doing a lot more, and it's capable of a lot more now, so it's starting to learn that. That's all told throughout the design work here. When we go to its Pokedex entry, Wooranger is the Ranger Pokemon. Roaming throughout Halzari's wilds, Wooranger searches for its purpose. Along its journeys, it aids any in need looking for its future home to protect. Its height is 3 foot 6 inches tall, so it's not quite humanoid sizing to what it should be because I used the Chris model from Pokemon Crystal, or the Trainer Crystal, as we most commonly know her a lot of the time. So it's still quite short. I didn't want this to be a straight up human, although this is incredibly humanoid, so I made sure the size was still Forest Nymph-esque. Its ability is Guts, so and that continues its ability from the Acornior stage, in which when it has a status condition, its stats are boosted, or when it's damaged, its stats are boosted because it wants to continue the fight because it's brave and bold and wants to continue. And that's the whole point of the Acornior line, is really showing the idea of what does bravery mean throughout the development of a young child going into what they believe is going to be the hero that they are. So it's a really fun way to tell the story with the ability Guts. Base stats 400, it makes a big jump from Acornior. HP is 80, attack 92, defense 78. You're seeing that this is far more of a physical attacker than a special attacker with special attack being 42 and special defense being 48. So they don't raise much from Acornior itself. And its speed is 60. So not quite that fast, but it is a decent jump away from Acornior's base stats. The whole point of which is to be we're developing and we're getting better and we're using our talents to better ourselves. However, we're not exactly where we want to go. We're in the awkward stage of getting to where we want to be. And that's all reflected within the design work, even in the stats. Acornior evolves into Wooranger at level 24. And then we have a third state evolution, which you guys will see on another episode, which will be really fun to see. But I certainly hope you guys enjoyed meeting Wooranger today. Again, very personal Pokemon. All my designs are very personal. However, Wooranger in particular, that I feel this one because I was at one time Wooranger. So it's a very fun and unique design, to say the least. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed watching Wooranger develop and seeing that come to fruition. And I'm excited to eventually show you its final evolution in that stage line, which is going to be fun. However, more than anything, I just hope you're enjoying this series, you're enjoying the artwork. And if you do love the artwork, you can actually go get a piece of yourself. I'm going to give you a word right now on our Etsy shop. I hear you guys are really liking PT Creative's content. And you know what? You should, because it's pretty rad. You may even want to support the channel even more. Well, there's a way you can do it and reward yourself. And that's by going to our Etsy shop. Head on over to PTE Creative's Etsy shop and you can find all kinds of cool merch like you see on screen. You may be watching some of our Pokemon themed content and going, I'd love some merch there. You can do that. You can even get our custom Fakemon stickers right there, or stickers of existing Pokemon, t-shirts, or mystery packs. But you may be saying, I don't know if Pokemon's maybe my vibe. You know what? That's fine, because we have all kinds of fun, snarky millennial content and sports-related things over at the Etsy shop as well. You maybe got some big bench warmer energy that you just got to spread with the world. Or maybe you just need to tell people that you hope both teams are having fun as they're playing, because it's just all about vibes to you, and you hate to see it. You'd hate to see it if you didn't get your merch. You can go get that merch right here, right now. Head on over to Etsy. Go to etsy.com/shop/PTE Creative and go get yourself some awesome merch and go support a local content creator in this community we call the internet. Hope y'all see some great merch coming soon from Etsy. Go to PT Creative on Etsy and get yourself some great merch. No! I'd love it for you guys to go check out that Etsy shop. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to leave you with our weekly schedule in the back because there's so many more pieces of content for you to check out. And would love for you guys to see it. But continue checking us on our socials, check our Etsy shop, and look for weekly content. You can see that Monday through Saturday. Daily content coming at you all the time. Peace, love, and hugs to you all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye! Hey friends, I know you're enjoying this show, but we want to prime you for a new show. Go check out the weekly schedule over at PT Creative and find your new favorite podcast or show to watch. Monday and Thursday, you get the Far Out Football podcast with news, analysis, and notes of the NFL season, plus great projects during the off season like draft analysis and what if questions like what if the NFL expanded. Tuesday, go to the ONETA Show for absurd takes and fun all around. The topics in entertainment, gaming, movies, television, you name it, ONETA Show is going to talk about it. Wednesday, you can go check out the Pokemon Bliss and Oblivion Project, in which new Pokemon are being designed every single week as we create the Halzari Fakemon region. Friday, it's kind of a fun, laid-back day over at PT Creative. You can go open some brand new Pokemon card packs, or get some new specials and seasonal content coming your way on a Friday. And finish your week out with the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast on Saturdays. Get great movie recommendations, learn some movie history, and just have a grand old time listening to some dialogue. It's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun over on Saturdays, just like it is every single day over at PTE Creative. Go check out new podcasts, new content, new shows every single Monday through Saturday over at PTE Creative. Now enjoy the rest of your show.